is Jordan, Jord for short, and I'm the founder Perfumer of CELIE and Couch, here today to tell you what will, not may, will, it will, it's going to happen, go wrong with your perfume design project. And the reason is to, frankly, cover my own ass, but also to manage expectations, just so you know exactly what a project like this entails before you take it on. So let's get to it. Okay, so why am I covering my own ass? Because we have something called the Brian family ass, where we're built like this, and then kapow, and then just down. But seriously, so one of the first things that will go wrong with the project is the design process itself. Essentially, it always takes longer than planned, but it's your fault because y'all don't know what you want. So, but it's also my fault just because I'm not in the room with you. I design remotely, so you send me your brief, I design based on your brief and send samples out to you, and then you give me feedback on those samples, and I iterate on those samples, and we back and forth until it's done. So it's a little bit of an inefficient process, but it allows me to work with clients from all over the world, which is why I do the way I do. I have a small studio, I don't have a storefront, so it works for the business at this stage. But it can mean that the project gets delayed and gets bogged down in the minutiae of design. Oftentimes clients want to test out multiple ideas they have for a given formulation. Oftentimes as well, I'll be working on multiple designs at once, not just within the client's own project. Usually they do 2+. One client did 40 cents. Which was that was long, but it was fun. It was very challenging, the project. But it can mean that for that reason I'm sort of pulling double duty, and I'm working on other clients as well, so I can't always do everything same day, and then you'll want to age your perfumes at least a little bit. If absolute like express delivery, like if it needs to be there now, then maybe it can age a little bit in shipping, but that's still not ideal. Within each iteration, you won't just be getting one perfume, you'll be getting different variants of the design brief. So you should send between 4 and 6 of them per iteration. So altogether, you'll have between 16 and 24 samples to choose from as the design you want to move forward with. So that's why I'm sort of like 4 and then, because that is a reasonable amount. If there are designs where I fucked up, and I know I fucked up, I will just say no, we'll do an extra one. So I'm not sort of like hard for, but if I have like made a good faith effort, if I'm happy with the designs, if I do think they are within the confines of the brief, or if the brief keeps changing, do not like that, then that is when I will sort of say, look, we either need to move forward with a design, or we can continue designing, but it will cost you more. Delays, number 3, it's probably the longest part. So, compliance and reading my notes, I'm not going to lie to you, suppliers are usually the cause. I know that absolves me of responsibility, but at the end of the day, I'm still the person that you'll be primarily interacting with, so it's my fault. So usually at the compliance stage, the assessor will request a lot of additional information, but they'll request it piecemeal. And they'll ask you for things and say, why didn't you ask me for this before? Just ask for it before. And then I have to get it from the supplier, and then the supplier takes a week to respond. It depends on the supplier in question. Like, some are quite responsive, some are not. Some are smart enough, because they hate being asked this, to just have a database and you can just download it. But then sometimes that database is out of date, and you have to ring them up, but there's no phone number, so you have to send them an email. And then when you know they're looking at your emails, and I should name them, that's when you have to get onto Instagram and send a very passive-aggressive message. And I'm not passive-aggressive, I'm very direct. But at that point, it's sort of like, come on, you're taking the mickey. Essentially, that is the main source of delays, as well as the design itself. But usually the bulk of the delay will be at the compliance stage, just in terms of corralling all the documents needed, admin, etc. With the assessors and with the compliance team, what I tend to try to do, or have learned to do, is get the documents in advance. So get them during the design phase. Even if you don't think you're going to use that ingredient in the final scent, just get the document. Ask for all the documents when you purchase the samples. Just ask for the documents up front, piecemeal, and not just the SDS, you will want the allergen declarations and the IFRA certificates as well, because some suppliers will, some assessors will want them just in case, and sometimes the clients, the client, will want them as well. So just having them all for the product information file, it saves time. So just asking at the design stage rather than the compliance stage can save a lot of time. On the other side, on the assessor side, just asking, is there anything else you need? Please don't lie to me. Please don't lie to me. Just tell me, I can take it. And just getting them to ask for everything up front rather than piecemeal, or just oversupplying and then maybe they don't have to ask you. That can save time as well. So just thinking, just all the I's dotted, the T's crossed. And yeah, that's how I'd approach now. Learn my lesson. The delays. So those are the main factors that can add time or expense to a bespoke perfume design project for your business, be it private label or something like ambient scenting. We've addressed ways to mitigate those, but the absolute main thing that can be done is just coming to me in advance. So I recommend at least 3 to 6 months for your project to be completed. Trying to rush things, that is usually how certain mistakes are made, or sort of overly checking everything. Obviously, trust but verify, but wanting every single thing to be just so, that's also not quite the best way. Like, at some point you'll have to trust me to do your design. The other thing is, just a note, I do understand it's frustrating. I do. I get frustrated as well, like this rage inside over those supplier emails. But it's important to just try to stay calm and professional as well. Like, it doesn't help anyone to be passive aggressive or rude or to put the phone down on me. That has happened and that was wild. And I nearly didn't work with that client again. But just, I do understand and I do care about your project. So if something does go wrong, and it will, please know that. And thank you very much for watching.